this week's video I'm going to be sharing some Father's Day research. So last week was some research for Father's Day as well, where we looked at a lot of different keywords. This week is all about design ideas. So I've compiled a load together and that's what we're going to be taking a look at. So let's go ahead and dive in. So in last week's video I shared this. This was all the keywords that I shared for Father's Day. We have quite a few here. I believe there's 40 or just under 40, maybe 38. Remember, if you ever want to get to this spreadsheet, you can always get here by going to stackingprofit.com/extras. So, like I said, I shared this. Now, this week, I want to keep in theme with Father's Day because it is literally just round the corner, and last year's Father's Day, the niche did extremely well for me. So, what I've done this week is shared a lot of research ideas. Not research, a lot of design ideas. So here we have 112 designs. I haven't put this into the spreadsheet yet for everyone, but at the time of you watching this, it will already be in there. Now, one thing I do want to note is I've put this here as well because I don't want you to copy the designs that I've shared just here. This is a bunch of research for design ideas, but you need to take the quotes and make them your own. Also, I have not back-checked or checked for trademarks or anything with any of these ideas. This is something that you will probably have to do yourself. I just spent a good few hours doing a bunch of research and then compiling it all together. This research was literally for myself again, but I thought, hey, why not share it with everybody in the vault so they can all benefit from this. Now, if we look here, we have 112 design ideas. I struggled to find a lot of quotes which were specifically just from Sun. That's why there's not 20 quotes here, but there is 12. Yeah, it says 13 minus that one, so 12. I should have guessed that anyway because it's 112 designs. But yeah, so there's 12 ideas here for the Sun. All the rest have 20 ideas. So we have from son, from daughter, from kids, from or for grandfather, for stepdad, and just some generic ideas as well. Now, like I said, this was specifically just for me. I did about two and a half hours just of research looking for some design ideas, but hey, why not share that with everyone? Now, also, like I said, I do not want you to copy designs. This is a no-no. I'm still seeing this time and time again on Amazon. I literally published a book in the Father's Day niche about 3 days ago. Then when I was looking on Amazon, just 1 day later, someone had copied pretty much the exact same design. Now, what intellectual property? Now, I don't mind people copying the concept of my books, the quotes, they're not trademarked at all. But when someone literally copies the exact same design, that is a no-no, and if anyone ever does that to you, you should always report that person. I think Rachel Harrison Sund has a great video on her YouTube channel on how to report copycats, so go ahead, try and find that video so you know how to report them. Anyway, let's actually take a look at a few of these ideas. Now, I've actually, when I was doing the research, I was researching on Etsy, Google, Pinterest, Thoughtful, and a few other places as well. So all these ideas aren't from the same place, they're from various different ones. If we go ahead and take a look at some, so let's open that. Let's open a few on the generic, and then let's open a few in each niche. So let's do that. Let that load up for a second. Now, most of these concepts, these quotes, are coming from mugs, cards, t-shirts. I think there's a couple of t-shirts in here anyway. Some quotes, and things like that. Now, if we just go back here for a second, I just want to say that within here, within the research somewhere, there's a few quotes that are aimed at birthdays. So it's more than likely a birthday card, but you can easily take out the birthday and change it for Father's Day. So if you're going through all of these and you find those birthday cards and think, what the hell, this doesn't even say Father's Day, all you have to do is literally on that design idea is take out the birthday and just flip it for Father's Day. So I just wanted to say that as well. Anyway, let's take a look at a few of these. So I couldn't have picked one without a swear word, could I? So this one says, Happy fucking Father's Day, you old bastard. Now, I've put things like that in here within the research because me personally, this kind of stuff just makes me laugh. And it's quotes like this that end up doing extremely well. So if we take a look at my best-selling book from last year, this one is Thanks for Not Splashing Me on Mum's Tits. Now, that made me laugh when I found this quote, that's why I put it on the book. You can see the design isn't that great at all. I used a couple of free graphics, just one font, but it's the quote that ended up making the sales, not the actual design. The design looks okay, I could have made this a million times better, but I wasn't as good at designing back then as what I am now. My books look a hell of a lot better than this. I could have put a little bit of a drop shadow on this, I could have used some better graphics than just a couple of free ones, but this did extremely well just because of this quote. So things like this, if you put it on a notebook, would do extremely well. Now let's take a look at the next one. So this one is Best Stepdad Ever When You Are Not Being a Twat. Again, it's another swear word. Now, things to keep in mind when you are using swear words on notebooks, you can't actually run ads, paid ads, Amazon ads on those books. So with this one just here, this one, Thanks for Not Splashing Me on Mum's Tits, with this was all completely organic search results, or no, all organic, I can't even get my words out. So this was just all completely organic sales. That's what I wanted to say. So I had this book ranked under 5,000 BSR at the time, last year, and it was all completely organic because things like this where it's got a swear word in it, you cannot use paid ads. So if you're thinking of creating a bunch of books and you just want to run ads at them, bear in mind that you can't do that when it's got profanity, swear words or anything like that. So the next one, I really liked this. I found this on Moonpig. And it's really in keeping with what's going on in the world right now, or what was happening with all the loo roll, toilet roll being purchase, which was really weird, but thanks for always putting up with my crap. Speaking of which, do you have any spare loo roll? So I love this, I think this is brilliant. I think something like this would do extremely well on a notebook, so that's why that's in there as well. So that's just like the generic, we have a whole list of them there, 20 of them. Then we have for stepdad as well, so let's actually open a couple of these and do that one down here as well. Take a little look. Now with the research for the stepdad, I actually found quite a lot on Pinterest, so you'll find a lot of research in there on Pinterest like this when you're having a look. So you are the best stepdad I could have gotten stuck with. Oh, I read that wrong. So you are the best stepdad I could have gotten stuck with. So I like this. This will do extremely well on a notebook as well. Then we have more from Thoughtful, because Thoughtful and Love Layla have some really good ideas on them. And this one is Genetics may suggest otherwise, but you will always be my dad. And then this one, Dad, we may not be biologically related, but I am the daughter your love has created. So this is from kids and from daughter at the same time. You'll find with a few of these that they do kind of overlap a little bit, but nonetheless there's some really great ideas. Then we have for grandfather. So with this one, I actually haven't got many books for Father's Day aimed at grandfather yet. I am going to be creating a bunch over the next few days. So if we actually take a look just at a couple of these, let that load up. That one's taken a while, so we'll go over to this one. So if Grandad can't fix it, no one can. This, I've seen this done a million times, but I still reckon it could do extremely well on a notebook. Then let's go over to this one. Grandad, I love you more than sweet chocolate and ice cream. I thought that was pretty good, so that's in there as well. So it's things like that that is in with the research. Then we got from kids, from daughter, and from son as well. Now, like I said, and it says down here, do not copy designs. Take the quote and make it your own. I've given loads of tips now within the vault on how to create better designs. Use just a couple of different colours, 2 different fonts as well, or just one, and you can really make some really nice looking designs. And most of the time, from the research that you do, so let's actually open up one of these. Most of the time you can take a quote like this and make it look a million times better. So if we just do that, this doesn't really look that great at all. So you could easily make this look really, really good using a couple of different fonts and emphasizing the words like amazing dad and daughter. So what's this say? Behind every great daughter is a truly amazing dad. So that's all the research that we have. Go and take a look, start using it, start creating your Father's Day books, because Father's Day is literally just round the corner. Now, I didn't do much research or many books in the Mother's Day niche, because last year it didn't really sell that well for me. I sold some, but nowhere near as much as my Father's Day books. So this year I've started to do a lot more Father's Day books than what I did last year. I've also been putting them under a different pen name, just because everyone now knows this pen name just here, which is Happy Fathers Press. If you want to, you can come and take a look. I think there's 20, maybe 20 books within here. The designs aren't that great, but again, a few of them were selling, and then this one sold amazing, as we can see just here in my Get Book report. I have it just here. So in fact, let's refresh the page, because the last few days that book has been selling again. Let that load up. It was selling last month as well. I think I sold a few copies last month. So let's actually just scroll down. Hold on, there we go. So last month in April I made $10. This month already I've made $7.43. We can see that it went all that time without selling any, because obviously not Father's Day. And then just here, this was June last year, where it made $652. If we scroll all the way down to the bottom, we can see that most of the sales came from Amazon.com. A few from Canada, which is shocking. But right here, I sold 326 units of this book. And like I said, look, the design isn't even that great. So go ahead and start getting stuck in, looking at all this research just here, and start creating Father's Day books. We have keywords from last week, which are just here within the spreadsheet, and now we have a bunch of ideas as well. So all of this just here, the research from last week and the research from this week, should keep you busy for quite a few days. Now that's it for this week's training, and I'll see you in the next.